हेलो, गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। चलिए हमारी पढ़ाई स्टार्ट करते हैं। आज IBMTS का एग्ज़ाम देके आए। अच्छा था एग्ज़ाम। देखते हैं अभी 3-4 मंथ में रिजल्ट आएगा। तो ठीक है। वार्म अप करते हैं। नहीं, देख लो, ज़्यादा इंग्लिश। कौन सी टेस्ट है? मिस्टीरियस। Maintaining and enhancing biodiversity on land in ocean is perhaps the less expensive mechanism. Hmm. Sitting in the forest area dead of the night by watching thousands. Sitting in the forest area dead of the night by watching thousands of fireflies glowing in unison feels like the stars have descended on the earth. Watching thousands of fireflies feels like sitting in the forest dead off by watching भी करते थे। Where there resource crunch, the tigers tend to come out to where when there is a resource crunch, tigers tend to come came out to feed on domestic cattle, but this is not particularly abnormal behavior to feed. जनरल फैक्ट है तो केम नहीं आएगा। While India does not have its strong base in the in biotechnology, can help it achieve growth in this sector and feed the world. While India does not have a big market to cultured with its strong base in biotechnology can help achieve growth and feed the world. Weaver birds construct their nests using simple materials, showcasing a way of life that resonate with the current need for sustainable goals. Weaver birds construct nests using simple materials, showcases a way of life that resonate current for sustainable goal system. In the relentless battle against highly drug resistant infections, a team of doctors recently witnessed a glimpse of hope they faced. See, a dash share of the total ecological is due to a substantial share of total ecological impact is due to. Okay. Despite the ominous measures undertaken by the government, it would be worldly worldly to expect industry to achieve manufacturing push on their own. Despite the cautious measures undertaken by the government, it would be experienced to expect. Mhm. Despite the adverse measures taken, it would be sophisticated to expect the industry to manufacturing push on their own. Despite the scornful measures taken by the government, it would be cosmopolitan to expect. Despite the favorable, it would be naive to with climate education becoming more accessible, more accessible professionals. Yes. Climate education become more off limits. Professionals from first to of fields are switching to sustainable related careers with the climate education become more scarce, professionals from a analogy of fields are switching to sustainably related career, more accessible, diversity of skills, switching to sustainability. State and the center must dwindle efforts, must recede in state and center must recede efforts to convey, must redoable, must abet efforts to convey sleep, food, time, information, participating, whatever information internal must dwindle efforts to convey solvently must recede to convey imprecise, timely information or negative when flawed timing states and centers must redo accurate सही है. While there can be a debate around judgments, personal criticism of judges is a dangerous trend which can potentially neglect extensions of position. Dash funds for physical facilities. Mm, crunch crunch of funds. Uh, Human resources may be necessary condition for promoting adequacy of funds of physical facilities, teaching and research. No amount of training is likely to work unless uh, institutions ensure that the appointment of the most uh, meritorious teachers by shunning all compulsions. The dash approach urges consumers to a consumption-based accounting for impact. This approach has become the this has important implication to others, leading to a high degree of international codependence. The approach has also sparked call to adopt sustainable consumption practices from environment-based accounting accounts for impacts that occur during production and trade to the final products and eventual consumers. The approach has also sparked calls. This approach has become prominent. This is important. See next first C. This leading to high degree of international codependence. This has important implications for the coverage. To determine who has primary responsibility to act. That is the approach just to conserve. This approach has become prominent thanks to growing concern producers to those consumers. That is the approach. Fifth, this approach also become thanks to concern producers to that of impacts and determine who has primary responsibility of the act. The approach is the best. This importance. This is important. Catch the glows as spectacle lighter for as travelers. No spelling errors for no as fireflies. For the forests travelers. While India among LED leaders, potential quantum graphene PHINE potential inverted casino cell iconoclastic inverted iconoclastic egregious idiosyncratic egregious egregious idiosyncratic liberations dissentious libertarians difficult election Lixcentious. She has been through the ringer lately, so no wonder she she has been going through the series of physical exercises. She has been exposed to a lot of trial numbers, machines lately because she has been going through the process of becoming coach. He was filmed on because she was in conference. He's on the ball. He is very good at his. So I'm sure he will be able to handle the project. He's on the balls. He's very confident and self-assured. He's barking up at the wrong tree. He's pursuing an immortal cause. He is pursuing dangerous endeavor. He is do this. He's pursuing, he's barking at if he thinks he's going to get away with this. He's mistaken in his behavior, barking at the previous person more affection. He's going to get this. Dangerous endeavors he is engaging in the legal is person possible. He is mistaken. He's making mountain out of a if he thinks that's a big deal. He's overacting. She is reading between the lines. She is not understanding what he is saying. If she thinks he is saying something, he is not. She felt she is not paying attention to what he is saying. She is attributing hidden or implied meaning to what he is saying. He's got his head in the sand. He is fully aware of the problem. His activity is working to solve the problem. He is indifferent and unconcerned about the problem. He's capable and he is taking responsibility. The attorney amends his initial proposal, attorney amended his initial proposal, altering the offer to the one was more acceptable. Amends his initial. Which one of the opposite meaning of rebuffed? Rebuffed. China played South Africa forum simply rebuffed. China played decided the turning new collapse recanted, forfeited, detoured. Hmm. What is the main paradox of not significant utter figures bricks showing being utter diplomatic bankrupt questionable dubious for the utter nonsense questionable. Which of the following initiative was launched by BRIC on the economic front? More development, yeah. The comprehensive to expand trade and investment cooperations, the contingent reservoir arrangement. It is a main paragraph. Grouping emergency may not have wound. Group is united. Group is successful. Group has lost its power. May not so the first and a pattern. Since group is something to achieve your goal. Matters in detail. which are not significant. It has contributed to diversification. It has played a role in global influence on state has related disputes. It directly transfers which of the following most likely to mean the decline of BRICS on global order? The world become more polarized with growing development. Sustainability. Multipolar reduction of power. World become more multipolar. Oh, 17.75. ओके बहुत सारे छोटे क्वेश्चन सही है सब सब पैराग्राफ गलत एक भी सही नहीं है पैराग्राफ का क्वेश्चन विच आर द फॉलोइंग मोस्ट लाइकली टर्म इम्पैक्ट 4 मिनट में क्या ही पैराग्राफ पढ़ के डिक्लाइन ब्रिक्स ऑन ग्लोबल ऑर्डर द वर्ल्ड बिकम मोर मल्टीपोलर यही करना चाहिए था वही किया हुई था it has successfully mediated dispute between its member not questionable utter complete similar the attorney amended बोल ही रहा था while India does not wish to cultured meat for cultured meat for C current needs for sustainable coexistence no idea resonates instead of resonate a way of life resonates okay बाकी तो सही है सब सस्टेनेबल इम्पैक्ट फेवरेबल फिल इन द ब्लैंक्स तो बहुत मतलब अच्छे लेवल के थे विच क्लाइमेट एजुकेशन बिकमिंग मोर doable and accurate 20 criticism dangerous educative excellent आज से ज़्यादा एक्सप्लेनेशन नहीं हो पाया यस ये क्या छोड़ा था थर्ड थर्ड डी ये भी तो सही है सी फर्स्ट है ए सेकंड है फिर ये फिफ्थ गलत हो गया क्या है टी ए डी एफ बी ई ई लास्ट है दिस हैज इम्पोर्टेंट एप्लीकेशन ई के पहले बी है बी द अप्रोच हैज आल्सो स्पार्क उसके पहले कैच क्या है गलत डी स्पेक्टेकल मैंने क्या ट्रैवल्स और ये सी क्वांटम 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 की स्पेलिंग क्या है QUANTQUAN करेक्ट स्पेल्ड वर्ड करेक्ट स्पेल्ड ढूंढना था नो स्पेलिंग एरर्स नो स्पेलिंग एरर्स नो स्पेलिंग एरर्स डी नो स्पेलिंग एरर। नहीं, ये एरर के साथ ढूंढना है। मार्क्स correspond incorrectly spelled। ये भी incorrectly spelled। क्या सही आया? China and Russia feared the granting more power to a नहीं था। छोटा ही था पैराग्राफ। कोई नहीं करता शायद पैराग्राफ, इसलिए। Based on the information provided, can be inferred about diplomatic dynamics of China and Russia exerted significant influence over the politics of BRICS। चलो जाते जाते पढ़ लेते हैं क्या बोलना चाहता है पैराग्राफ। Mysterious are the ways in which multilateral grouping prosper with away multilateral grouping जो ब्रिक्स है, ब्राजील, रशिया, इंडिया, चाइना, the non-aligned movement NAM and the G77 their Cold War era. Later they lost their relevance, but they still exist. The South Asian Association SARC 2014 itself, despite the serious policy, China Myanmar Association Southeast Asian continue to consumer paper communiques. The case of BRICS is truly remarkable despite the several achievements which began to COVID-19 Galwan clash, Ukraine conflicts, global numerous admitted that showing paradox of BRICS seen potential counterweight to United States and allies declining will vacuum country like to feel try to feel O'Neill conception grouping economic Brazil, Russia. Okay. However, two of the components joined South Africa and IPSA. China was keen to join in the century first decade, managed to increase South Africa's support, but Brazil and India would no along maintain the forum was the democracy rebirth. China played trump card and decided to bring South Africa into BRICS, thus turning BRICS soon to new club overshadows the old one. IPSA has also applied the summit BRICS held in 14 BRICS focused in attention geopolitical economic dimensions by articulating common view. The global regional issue projected a non-Western which strengthened with the world marched towards the मल्टीपोलैरिटी। ये ढूंढ रहा था मैं, लास्ट के 30-40 सेकंड में नहीं मिला। हेल्पिंग टू द कर्ब डोमिनेंट वेस्ट इकोनॉमिक फ्रंट लॉन्च इनिशिएटिव न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक which has committed to project several financial mechanism, global liquidity presence, comprehensive to expanded investment cooperation along with 5 member countries. However, the negative tendencies has asserted themselves. If IPSA trio China, Russia would fully back their bid secure membership of UN Security Council. They were disappointed of formulation frozen in time, but recognizingly supporting the aspiration of Brazil, Russia, South Africa to play a greater role in USA will becoming a short in utter diplomatic bankruptcy. If your let's answer now. Uh, why were China and Russia reattempt? Why were China and Russia reluctant support the bid to IPSA trio within? क्यों कर रहे थे? खुद का फायदा चाहिए था। China and Russia believed that IPSA trio lacked the necessity qualification, reluctant to support to bid of feared that granting more power to IPSA trio would undermine their own influence with the UN. China and Russia believed that IPSA trio lacked the necessary qualification of UN Security Council membership. Lacked I feared granting power to Israel and undermine their influence on UN. China and Russia keep century decade and listed डायरेक्ट आंसर नहीं दिए, इन्फ्रेंस करके लेना। overshadowing. IPSA has been unable to hold the summit. Next, which of the following initiative launched by BRICS on economic front? New India Development Bank launched किया contingent reserve arrangement and financial mechanism to protect global liquidity pressures, a comprehensive program to expand trade and investment cooperation. Comprehensive program to expand investment cooperation with 5 countries. All of the above. Easy question. हाँ यही सही है. Based on the information provided which inferred about diplomatic dynamics, Brazil, India, South Africa dominated the decision-making process. China and Russia have exerted significantly influence. Brazil and South Africa aligned their diplomatic strategies to counter the dominating influence of China, Russia with BRICS. South Africa. China's Trump decided to bring South Africa to BRICS. Thus, BRICS. China ने साउथ अफ्रीका लाया इसलिए नहीं. ब्रिक्स has experienced a bank due to this agreements of supporting brother the two human showing diplomatic bankruptcy. Real bankruptcy bankruptcy due to this has have dominated decision-making process in BRICS. China, Russia exerted significant influence over the political structure of BRICS. Opposite meaning of rebuffed. Equinch. किसी का भी मीनिंग नहीं बता रही. Equinch means to accept or agree something without protest. Recanted means to withdraw or retract treatment. Which of the following most likely long-term impact of decline of BRICS on global order? The world will become more multipolar. A main paradox group has lost its spark, but numerous nations wants the group is successfully economic. The group is united on the issues but divided on others. Numerous nations want to be admitted. Which of the following is not significant accomplishment of BRICS? It has spearheaded innovative initiative to drive growth. It has contributed to diversification of global power dynamics. It has played part in balancing global influence away from the West. It has a major dispute between its member. नहीं, dispute mediate नहीं हुए. Dispute जारी है अभी भी. ये इनका सबका dispute. Which of the following 8th question? Which of the following is the most similar meaning of the word utter? Utter, complete, dubious, lesson, questionable, equivocal. Someone equivocal का meaning having more or less possible meaning. Okay. Complete, total, utter. 9th, amended, utter या amended. ठीक है, ये था अपना SBI PO का फर्स्ट सेक्शनल मॉक. थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग.